What's going on, Taurus? How are you doing? Hope we're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the week of August 21st to the 27th, 2023. So, in this reading, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides, and so much more for you regarding August 21st to the 27th, 2023. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, Taurus, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Taurus. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull the energy and see what wants to come through for you for August 21st to the 27th, 2023. It is raining here, so I hope you don't mind the pitter-patter. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Taurus. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Taurus. Interesting energy that you have going on here, Taurus. So, before we get into this reading, let's go ahead and start it off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. And these oracle cards are going to point to the frequency that you need more of, the frequency that you need to embody this week for your own highest good. And the first one is actually non-attachment. Non-attachment, Taurus here. Okay, so it feels like the universe is separating you from something, or you may be choosing to separate yourself from something that has no business being in your life. Non-attachment. There's a quote here, Taurus, that is coming into my mind, is that all I know is that I know nothing here. And it really is, whatever's going on from the 21st to the 27th, there's a deep potential period of shadow work here. Not that you're going to be sitting inside and not taking action. I see a very active week for you here, but I do sense also a week of a lot of introspection. And the first thing here is to not think that you know better than the universe, and also that there is some sort of higher order to good and bad. There is something that the universe is stripping out of your life, I am getting, or something that you need to not be attached to because it simply is outdated, or it simply no longer belongs in your life. So non-attachment, even to the concept of your own identity, that might sound very strange, Taurus, but I do feel not in some way of, oh, today I feel like I'm going to have a sex change, not that level of identity shift, but there is some sort of identity, and maybe that's it for you, but that's not, it's more of a minor thing, non-attachment. So don't be attached to anything, okay? If you think that you're going to be, attachment is the root of all suffering. Or I think they said desire is the root of all suffering, but attachment here, anything that you're going to attach to is going to make you suffer. So I would say non-attachment is the way of it for you here. Just keep that in mind. We also have empowerment here, Taurus. So whatever is leaving your life is actually going to leave you more empowered. So focusing on how you can empower yourself. Becoming, there's been some subtle adjustments in my life. Instead of becoming instead of being powerful, I'm okay with being power-filled, okay? Just so that everyone has enough here. So empowerment, perhaps there is something here about you becoming more through losing something, okay? Because many times when we lose something in the physical world, when we lose some sort of, even if it's a mental attachment, this is who I am, greater power can rush in. There's like a quote, when everyone in this life is trying to maintain their ego, they're trying to be on the mountaintop. I'm somebody. Many of you may have heard me talk about this before. Everyone's trying to be a peak, a mountaintop. I'm somebody. But when you become not the peak, but you become the valley, you become a nobody. All I know is that I know nothing. I know the universe is a plan for me. I'm not attached. I'm not rigidly attached to my own identity or anything. When you become a valley, you become a nobody. The paradox is the whole universe can flow into you, and you can receive very crisp, accurate downloads without your own projections, deflections, whatever interfering with it. Because I do feel the universe has been trying to give you a download about you becoming less that you've been very resistant to. I feel this week it could take a turn where you realize that less is more. When you let go of all the fake BS, you become who you really are, and your identity can actually spur up. All right, so just be aware of that. Now, you also have self-awareness, and this makes sense now with these energies. So the last energy you need to contemplate, you need more of, is self-awareness. And whenever this card comes out, Taurus, it does show that there's something you're missing right now. So from the 21st to the 27th, there is a re-identification about your own identity. Not that you need that to be in the forefront, but just in the forefront for you. There's something about looking, Taurus, at the people who trigger you both negatively and positively, and that has a clue to your self-awareness that you're meant to implement. So let's just say that you really hate someone. Let's say that you take your favorite comedian. I really hate that comedian, blah, blah, blah. Are you sure that you hate them? Or do you really hate them because you want to be more like them, but you're not giving yourself permission to, and the only last thing you can do is then hate on them? Or if you see some sort of comedian, I'm just as an example, but this is what's going on for you. If you see some sort of comedian you love it, you're like, oh my God, they're the best thing since sliced bread, they're the best comedian ever, I love them. Well, maybe it's because you're meant to be more like them. There's something about a reflection, whether they trigger you or they cause you to go into a praise mode of admiration. You're meant to be more like your identity, your self-awareness. You're missing it right now. And the clue is going to be to the things that you love and the things that you hate. The things that polarize you is what you need to look at this week, because you're meant to somehow implement them. Many times we hate the people because we secretly envy them, and the conscious thing would be, well, how do I become more like that person? Right? But sometimes you need to be not attached to your current identity, So just be aware of this. There's a fly here. I'm going to get it out of here. Thank you. You can get out of here, little mosquito. Okay, so there's something about that. Be very conscious of the positive feelings someone gives in you and the negative ones, because that's a clue as to your identity. Because there's something here that you're saying is not me, but it is you. And this is why it's very important for you to be non-attached, because all you know is that you know nothing. The universe knows better than you. And if you can operate from that framework, then you can flow with where the universe is taking you. If you're stubborn, if you're fixed, if you don't have time for this, then I can't really help you. So with that being said, it's an interesting opportunity then, because your opportunity is the Seven of Wands here, Taurus, and this usually has to do with setting a boundary. It's usually a no energy. It's usually having to do with building a wall or protecting something. All right, and for a lot of you here, I do feel like this is, weirdly enough, you protecting your own potential through very real and raw self-analysis. So almost putting the brakes on, like your opportunity is to say, stop, wherever I'm going, whatever the trajectory is, stop, and really think about how this could be hurting me, the trajectory that you're on, because this whole energy is a shift in your trajectory, a shift in your identity. Well, I just did a reading for Capricorn. It was all about you're on the right trajectory. Sagittarius, you're on the right trajectory. For you, I'm sorry to say, it doesn't seem like you're on. There's a truer path that's meant for you here, but it all comes down to your own non-attachment. So, and remember the reading I just did for you. It makes perfect sense. It was all about things are not going to come to you based on your previous identity. It's time for you to step into a new phase, a new level of the video game, a new chapter in a book. This is a video game, this is a simulation, this whole life is. And if you're stubbornly staying to an old chapter, well, it's not going to go, you're just going to be in a memory, So just be, and Seven of Wands, I don't know, that opportunity is kind of weirding me out. We're going to have to clarify it, okay, to really make sense of it. But your challenge here, Taurus, is the Eight of Swords. And your challenge is you think you're more stuck than you are. You're not as stuck as you think you are here, but you need to let go of something. With non-attachment and also the self-awareness card, there's something here that is you're being stuck in some sort of arrested state of development that it doesn't have to do with anything with anyone. And perhaps the reason why the Seven of Wands is here in your opportunity is to not let outside people in so that you can focus on this yourself. There's some sort of self-imposed limitation here that has nothing to do with the outside world. It has to do with you. And the Eight of Swords here is you're stuck, but you're not as stuck as you think that you are. So you may very well feel like you want to be somewhere that you're not currently. So we're going to really have to see what this is about, Taurus. But overall, it looks pretty good here in your overall general energy. You have the Justice card, you have the King of Wands, and you also have the Nine of Cups. This is about reshaping your own idea of pleasure, your own authentic voice, and the universe is having your back with it. All you have to do is flow with it. The Justice card is all about bringing balance into the realm of thought and justness into the universe itself. And the best thing that you can do for the universe is to be completely authentically you. The King of Wands is here. There could be a fire sign that you're connecting with that is helping you with this. Hey, I'm a fire sign. Maybe this has to do with it a little bit. Maybe not. The Nine of Cups is all about putting yourself first as well. You don't see anyone else on this card. And even in your challenge and your opportunity, it seems like you may really have to just say to everyone, hey, hold on, I need a break. With this energy being here, Taurus, there really is an energy you might have to tell people in your life, wait, not taking clients this week. I need to focus on me. Sorry. Some of you that has nothing to do with it and you'll still be making moves as usual, but there's a deep shift with non-attachment, letting something. The only way that the universe is going to bring you justice here is if you can be non-attached to what. I know it sounds vague, but you'll know what it is. And it has to do with being more authentic. And remember the polarization thing. Here's the thing. With this King of Wands and the Nine of Cups in your overall general energy, I'm telling you, the reason why you're not self-aware is because you're being polarized. Whether it's you looking at and this is just an example, but you looking at the comedian and being like, oh my God, they're so talented. I love them. I'm going to hang a poster on my wall of them. You're not meant to hang a poster of your wall on your wall of them. You're supposed to be more like them and implement certain characteristic traits and qualities that they possess that you're so enamored by, and you're meant to actually implement them into you. And the reason why you're so obsessed with this person in a positive way is because it's meant to be in you. Or vice versa, if you're polarized in a negative way, oh my God, this person, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Are you sure you hate them, or are you sure you're not meant to be like them a little bit? This is an advanced teaching, some of you are going to click off. But this is what's going on, so I don't know how else to say it. I remember when I was like in high, just to give you an example of this, I remember I was in high school, I was in love with like this first girlfriend I had, I was head over heels in love with her. And part of the reason why is because she was embodying certain positive qualities that I needed to, but wasn't. And so it was a lack of self-awareness. Why am I so obsessed with this comedian? Why am I so obsessed with this girl? And it's because she had these pearly white teeth. She would take perfect care of her teeth, and she would go to the gym every day, and she would work out really hard. And at that time in my life, I just was kind of like I wasn't really caring about that. I was more of like a lazy, go with the flow type of person. Didn't take care of my teeth, didn't really go to the gym. And because someone in my reality was doing the very thing that I was meant to do from a higher level, empowerment, non-attachment, I was obsessed. I was polarized in a positive way. And the funny thing is, as soon as I started taking care of my teeth and hitting the gym, the same obsession and polarization that I felt towards that girl in a positive sense that you may be feeling towards the comedian, it's not a comedian, but it's someone or something, it went away. Because when you embody the very things that you are saying, okay, self-awareness, why am I so obsessed? Whether you're obsessed in a negative or positive way, why am I so obsessed? It's because something is meant to be implemented into you. And once you can implement it into you, you won't be as obsessed anymore, and you'll be on your path. And you'll be more empowered. So whatever is polarizing you, it's really important for you to look at and realizing that's the reason why you're stuck. So I'm giving you the whole key. I hope you're paying attention. It's not that hard to implement. With those examples, I hope at least. So when it comes to what you don't see coming, you have the Hermit, you have the Hierophant, and you have the King of Swords. And this is you really thinking deeply about what you're going to commit your energy to. Because there may be a little bit of confusion this week, like I keep saying. The Hermit is all about going in, reflecting. The Hierophant is all about structure, commitment, tradition. And the King of Swords is really about someone who takes their mentality seriously, has boundaries, is someone who thinks deeply and upholds justice in the world. And there's some sort of way that in order for the universe to be restored to justice, it's all about you taking some sort of deep shadow work and really implementing it, even if it's hard for you to do. So I don't think this week is going to be a necessarily easy week, but if you can do what I'm telling you and implement these things, it will be a feel-good week. There's nothing here that's going to really feel that bad. The frequency you're going to be feeling this week is more so, oh, this is what I have to do. Well, let's just go on and do it. It's not like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to do this. It's just like, all right, I know it's good. Let's do it. So it's just a little bit of a hiccup type of week. And there's definitely something here about you becoming a leader as a result of this download. Yeah. So, and then when it comes to your advice from Spirit, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, and you also have the Five of Pentacles here, Taurus. And so there's something foreign. It's very attractive to you, but it's very foreign. Whether that's the positive trait or the negative trait you need to implement here, the Ace of Wands is all about a new beginning, a brilliant idea, a fresh start with passion. The Five of Wands is here as well. So there's something here that you're, once again, being polarized about, saying it's good or bad. In reality, it's neutral. Whatever trait this is, the positive thing that you're polarized, the negative thing that you're polarized, you're convinced that if you integrate it into your psyche or you integrate it into your identity that seems to be a little bit more fluent than usual, you may be convinced that something bad will happen to you, and it may be just a result of your own belief systems. And that's why the Hermit and the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords is here to really think things through and say, no, the universe has my back. The universe would not be putting you in this position to implement something if it didn't have your back. The Justice card is here. The more authentic you're going to be, the better it's going to go for you. The faker you are with yourself, the worse it's going to go for you, is what I'll say. There's also a danger here that if you don't implement a new idea, you're once again, the lifeline that you're on right now, I'm sorry to say, is stale. It's stale. Remember the thing that I talked to you about last time. If you had some sort of good reputation that just made everything come to you, that reputation is hazy now. People don't even know what's good with it anymore. They're like, yeah, that was cool back in like 2015, Taurus, but it's fate. It's not there anymore. So it's time for you to recreate yourself. And the more fun you have with this, the more further you go. You have the Five of Pentacles, so there could be some sort of temporary financial difficulty, and there could be something about embracing that. There is something here, Taurus, very strongly about being more obsessed with hard work and time rather than money. You know, like don't focus on the money. Don't focus on the short-term gain of immediate money. Focus on the long-term pleasure of recreating your character and really becoming your most authentic self. And it may seem like people are getting richer, people are passing you by, people are having all the perks that you used to have. It's simply no longer working for you. But I'm telling you, that long process, if it was easy, you wouldn't appreciate it. You're meant to recreate your character here in a very positive way. But I do feel that you're going to really want to look at your own resistance. And now that I look at it from a more objective level, doing the whole reading, the reason the Seven of Swords is here, the Seven of Wands is here in your opportunity, is because you need to look at the very thing that you're most resistant to. The very thing that you need right now will be found in the very place that you least want to look. Okay, the very thing that you need will be found where you least want to look. That's what it's telling me. So whatever you're most resistant to, don't just write it off as that person's a dick, that person's the star of the universe. No, you're meant to take some of that. I'm just telling you what it is. So maybe someone else could explain it better. I don't know, but this is what I got. Let's see why the Seven of Swords. Why do I keep saying Seven of Swords? Seven of Wands. Let's see why the Seven of Wands is your opportunity. I really feel like it's looking at the place that you least want to look, like I keep saying, but let's see. Yes, strength, taming down the ego. There's something you saying that's for them. That's for them. The stardom, the being the funny, witty comedian, that's for them. I'm just going to be here in my safe reality. No, it's not for them. The reason why you're so polarized and the reason why you're so obsessed with it is because you're meant to embody it. Don't you understand that? And some of you are so just so far removed from that awareness that you don't even understand what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, just replay this reading 300 times and I'll sing again. I'm a dick. Oh, sorry. Let's see why the Seven of Wands is here. Sometimes you need an old... Yeah, I'm telling you what it is. I already know what it is. Where did that card go? Oh, here it is. Hold on. Yeah, the Seven of Wands, Taurus, is clarified by the Strength card, the Hermit. The Hermit is in what you don't see coming, and also the Ace of Cups. This is having the strength to recreate your character, to implement some sort of polarized aspect into your character. Any sort of negative or positive obsession is meant to be implemented into your character at this time. And it will make you feel real good when you do it. When you do it, you will feel like you're having an orgasm better than sex. Because right now, where you're at, if you try to escape your reality into sex, the orgasm's going to happen and you're going to be sitting there in your bed and you're going to be like, oh man, I didn't do the work. Oh, well, let's do more sex, food, whatever, yes! And it's not going to work anymore, though. It's just not going to work anymore. So this is really having the strength to look within and not be attached to who you think you are. Because who you think you are is outdated. Sorry to break it to you. Sorry about that, Taurus. The camera just died, so I had to switch it off. The good news is you're not as stuck as you think you are. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see why the Eight of Swords is in your challenge. You're not as stuck as you think you are. All you need to do is be open. Be the valley, not the... And, because in general, whatever you're polarized against, there's some sort of blockage here. You're saying, oh, that's for them. The comedian that I'm obsessed with is so funny. Or the person that I'm in love that I'm so obsessed with. The person that I hate, that's them. It's not me. But the whole universe is one. Right? And, why is the Eight of Swords here for you? So the thing that you think is so separate, like we think we're all these separate beings, really, every time you tune into a tarot reading, you're just getting another tarot reading from yourself. And that's doubly true because I know a large percentage of you share literally the same soul family as me, or dare I say the same oversoul. So it's even for those of you that have shared that with me, you'll know more so, but even everyone, we're still one. But those of you, yeah, you'll really know it's just you. Hi, how you doing? It's you. Nice to meet you. Do you love being stuck, Taurus? Oh my god. Oh my god. There's part of you that loves it. The Eight of Swords is clarified in your challenge by the Sun and the Nine of Cups here. And the problem that I get here is there's almost, because you're a fixed sign, Taurus is fixed energy, right? That's why I always get like a little bit turned on during these readings. I'm like, because I'm Aries, like Aries Ram. When I see a Taurus bull, I'm like, damn, you might mess me up, but I'm still an Aries, so let's find out, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say to you is because you're a fixed sign, and especially if you have more fixed energy in your chart, if you're more of like an Aquarius, if you're more of Leo energy, you know, more that type of, you know, there's something here about you love your old identity. Even if it's making you suffer, it's like almost a challenge, almost like a game you're playing with each other. Well, how long can I hold on to it before a tower moment happens? Haha, every day I wake up, the tower moment hasn't happened yet. Haha, haha, how long, how long, how long? And then the Aries is just going to come through, through the glass, and it's like, you messed up, Taurus. I was trying to warn you. But it's too late now. Aries broke the glass, and now the ram is going to ram the bull. So it's not me. Don't shoot the messenger, but some of you will want to, because some of this polarization is literally about me, and it's stupid. That's only like 13% of you. I'm going to conclude this reading before it gets any more crazy. With that being said, I gave you everything you need to know. With that being said, have a good week.